Hello, everyone. I chose the article on the discussion of Frank Lambert's Peddler in Divinity. Whitfield and the Great Awakening of 1737 to 1745 is a great interest to me. It's one of those periods where the revolution of religion came to light, and the old lights really felt like this was a circus, but the new lights were so enticed by George Whitfield and his message, and the other evangelical uh, interests like Edwards were almost controversial towards even Whitfield because he had such an uncanny ability to draw such crowds, and he welcomed the fact that there was controversy. He liked that controversy, and he liked that healthy back and forth. The article basically kind of discusses the idea that part of George Whitfield's success is based on the idea that he was able to be a huge innovative entrepreneur and promote the commercialism because he had such advocates for him in other regions that could focus his message before he got there. So um, people like Ben Franklin was a huge advocate of George Whitfield, and it was also very profitable to um, George Whitfield as well as to Ben Franklin for Ben Franklin to promote his material. And that was an interesting fact that I found. And it does kind of suggest the idea that there was a lot of commerce involved in the whole revival aspect of the word and spreading the word. But he did have people all over the place that he could turn to that could promote when he was coming into town and promote his message and get them excited and hyped up for everything. So self promotion was a big thing that helped to attract a lot of those big crowds, um, and spread his message and help him promote those trips and elevate and advance his arrival. Um, Most of the 14 colonial newspapers actually did help him promote not only the word of God, but spread his pamphlets, write articles about him coming into town, and so his relationship with commerce was pretty big. And that's basically what this article is about: is how Whitfield is just an amazing entrepreneur, um, and that most people did embrace him. But he did have some controversial moments. For instance, we can all say that agree that he was an innovator in advertising and in contributing to the Great Revival. The Great Awakening was a time where his followers were known as New Lights, um, and they found a new spiritual connection and a calling to the message of the evangelical change. And the old lights were um, conflicted with this change and viewed the revivalism as a chaotic burden and almost as a circus. And during this period, Whitfield advocated against the cruel treatment of slaves. He pursued funding for the Bethesda orphanage because of the large number of orphans. Um, he also taught reading and writing to African Americans so that they could study the Bible. And this was a time when it was really controversial for that. So I find this period just amazing to find out just all the different viewpoints and the controversy surrounding everything that happened during that time. Um, so one factor is that he just loved that debate and that opposition, and I'm sure that also hyped up everything. So, although the article does suggest all the entrepreneurship that there was available, He was undoubtedly a master of his time, one of the most innovative and creative entrepreneurs. Um, and he would be very much equivalent to someone like Billy Graham today. Um, so he's just an amazing character that goes against the grain and the resistance, and he still helped to shape the evangelical aspect of what religions are today in America. So it's a great read. Um, thank you, and see you next time.